Yo, what is up guys, Sam Pack here, back with another video, and today we're going to check out this monitor by Uperfect called the Delta Mega. This is a dual 23.8 inch IPS display that's vertically stacked on top of each other. These screens are super thin compared to buying traditional monitors, and you don't have to buy a dedicated monitor mount to do this vertical setup either. And you only need 2 cables to get it working and you're good to go. It comes with a built-in metal kickstand that's pretty sturdy, and it comes with rubber feet on the bottom. And it also has an option for a vest mount to mount it to a monitor arm, and you can even use it in this low position if you really want to, or you can use this in presentation mode where both screens are mirroring each other. And this whole monitor is made out of aluminum and it's about 11 pounds. And although this seems like a portable screen, I wouldn't really recommend bringing this around because of the sheer size and weight of it. You can't really fit it into a backpack to carry around, so I think the screen would be best used at your desk. But if you really want to use this as a portable screen, you definitely can. You just got to figure out a way to transport it safely wherever you're going. So checking out some of its specs, this has a 1080p resolution with a 100Hz refresh rate with a 25 milliseconds response time with a 97% sRGB. So the specs on it aren't the most impressive in terms of gaming or creative work, but I think for most people who are buying this will be for productive office work or very casual gaming. This screen also has an option for high DPI resolution, which allows you to have a zoomed in resolution while maintaining that sharpness. So if you guys got some old eyes like I do and can't read small text really well, I would definitely check this out. And since this is more of an office or at-home desk setup, I really wish this screen had some kind of built-in docking station where you can connect your peripherals or other USB devices, and they probably didn't do that because they wanted to keep it as slim as possible, and it would just probably make the screen even heavier with more components going inside. But definitely need to purchase a USB dock if you're using this with your laptop, or I recommend getting Bluetooth peripherals. And one thing I did notice about the colors on the screen, I would recommend using the user color temperature and changing the settings to this to make it a more neutral color. I felt like the colors were just a bit too red out of the box and not enough blue, so that's why I made these minor changes. They also do have a blue light mode so that viewing the screen would be a lot easier on your eyes if you're looking at it for hours. So this screen has a setting called fill, and if you turn this off, both screens will act like an individual screen so that you can use both USB-C and HDMI to connect your devices. Or you can turn the fill on so that both screens can act as one long vertical screen, and you can change this depending on how you want to use it. And I actually prefer using the fill on option just so that I only need to use one cable for video signal. But if you want to have full screen apps on 2 different screens, definitely go with that fill off option and use the 2 cables. But one limitation that I found out is that the HDMI is hard connected to the bottom screen and the USB-C is hardwired for the top screen. And the reason why this might suck for some people is that personally for me, if I were to game on this monitor, I would actually want to be able to play on the top screen because it's more eye level. It's kind of uncomfortable playing looking down like this all the time, and this is actually not really good for your neck. But if you're using a monitor arm for this, you can always adjust the height anyways. But yeah, if you're playing shooter games on this, that 25 milliseconds response time is gonna hurt you a lot, especially when you're using a wireless controller. But if you're casually playing and playing something like Spider-Man or Uncharted, this is perfectly fine. Also, if you're gaming on this, I would recommend putting something else on the top screen like a laptop signal or anything else really, because otherwise you're gonna see a mirrored signal on both screens and it's gonna be really distracting. Or you can flip the top screen all the way over so you don't see it. So the speakers on this monitor, they work, but they're not the best at all. They sound muffled and it doesn't sound in your face, so I honestly rather just use the laptop speakers. So overall, I honestly can see people replacing their traditional monitor setup for something like this. It's a lot more sleek and minimal and only need 2 cables to function while making the desk look a little bit more aesthetic. But if you're trying to play high FPS games on this or trying to have a color accurate monitor, yeah, this ain't for you. I would honestly just get dedicated monitors for that. So would I pay $650 for this monitor? Yeah, actually I would, especially if my job actually needed a dual screen setup like this. And honestly, just even getting one monitor of this spec would probably, cost you around about maybe $200, times that by 2, and then getting a vertical stack monitor arm on top of that, plus tax, and even then you're limited because this one's way more portable if you need to bring it around somewhere. So if it makes sense for you and your workflow and budget, yeah, I honestly highly suggest getting this. But some wish lists I would have for the next generation of this monitor, I would definitely like to see 1440p resolution with maybe 165Hz refresh rate and at least 100% sRGB, and if possible 100% DCI P3 color space, and maybe even OLED. And there's actually another monitor from Uperfect that I really want to check out, which is the Omega. And I'm definitely going to reach out to see if they could send this one out for review as well. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Comment down below if you guys got any questions about this monitor and any new product you guys want me to review next. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.